Hello students, this is the next lecture of Unit 1. In the Unit 1, the first lecture we discussed about the information system. What is the information processing output model? That is, first the data has been captured from the external or internal sources, and then it is processed. The data is processed into information, then output is generated. That is the IPO model. And then how it is giving feedback. So this is the IPO model. Then we discussed about the DIKW pyramid, that what is data, how meaningful interpretation is drawn out of it, and it becomes the information. And when information is applied in a particular context, then it becomes the knowledge, and we apply the knowledge that we have, that it is called wisdom. After that, we discussed about what is information system and what is management information system, and then we discussed about the various levels of how the management information system changes from 1930s till date. So, in this lecture, we will be continuing the same topic, that is management information system, the introduction part only, which includes the objective components and characteristics. Objective, we will be taking one by one. These are the objectives of MIS. The first one is a data capturing. The first and the foremost step is the data capturing. The means the gathering data from various sources. The data can be captured from the customer touch points like store visits, mobile shopping, and checkout. Store visits means whenever you are going to a particular store, and you are looking for a product, and you search for various brands and specific type of product you look for. And in mobile shopping, like when you shop through any of the online platforms, or any website like Amazon, Flipkart, Mintra, Shopclose, etc., etc. So they have given you different options, like you can add things to your cart, or you can wish list them. So, depending on them, they can draw your behavior and their choices. The information can be gathered regarding the customers. Check out when a customer check out from a particular store or any mall, the things that the kind of product they purchased, or the kind of discounts and other things they are looking for can be drawn uh, from the products. And then second could be the output of one system. The output of one system can become the output of another system. Like in organization, there are different kinds of department, like marketing, finance, HR. So the output of marketing department can be the output of finance department. So from there also, from departments also, we can get information. Third is we can get information from third party. Third party means like nowadays we have different kinds of social media platforms available, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, consumer opinion forums, company portals. From there we can get information about the products, and the consumers we can get data. So the company can get information from various sources, and they can get information from the reviews and the comments given by the customers. Stakeholders like suppliers or the vendors, from which also we can gather information about the liking and disliking of the consumers. On the basis of then, we can make the decisions. Once the data has been captured, now the next step is processing of data. Now the data is in the raw fact. Now we have to process that data, and we have to draw meaningful inferences. Till now, we have captured data, but no meaningful inferences have been drawn. So the now next step is to draw meaningful inferences out of it. Once these two steps have been done, we will move to the another step, that is the storage of information. As this information is very huge, so we can't store in very small things. We need a bigger storage, that is called the database, which is a collection of entire data. It can store a huge amount of data. So now data capturing has been done. We can have drawn meaningful inferences also, and we have stored the data into the database too. Now 3 steps has been done. Next step is retrieval of information. Retrieval means to search that information or to find out the information that has been saved into the data files or the database. Last step is dissemination of information. Dissemination of information means timely delivery of data to the right person. Information has to reach the right person at the right time. The right information, right person, and right time will help in making the decisions accurately. Now is the components of MIS. There are 5 basic resources that are required for the information system, that are people, hardware, software, data, and network. These are the basic resources that with the help of which the information system work. Now, if we talk about the people resources, there are 2 categories, that are the end users and the IS specialist. People resources or human resources. The end resources are the clients or the user who use information system. They can be the customers, salespersons, engineers, etc. And if we talk about the information system specialists, are the ones who develop and operate the information system. They can be the system analysts, system developers, system operators, etc. Now, coming to the software, the hardware resources, it can be the computer system or the computer peripheral. Means all the physical devices and the material required for information processing. Computer system means the CPU, that is the central processing unit, which consists the microprocessors. Example, the handheld devices like laptop, mid-range, and large mainframe computers. Now, peripherals means are the devices which are attached from outside, like keyboards, electronic mouse, printers, etc. E-mouse for input the data or commands. Then coming to the software resources means all the set of information processing instructions. Computer don't understand itself. The human interference is required else to give instructions to perform a particular task. So that is called the software. A set of instructions given to the computers are known as software. So there are 2 types of software, like system software and application software. System software means that control and supports the operation of the computer system, that helps in opening and the functioning of computer system. Whereas if we talk about the application software, means direct processing for a particular use of computer by end users. Means like if you are using the spreadsheets, word processor, or PowerPoint presentation, so these are specific one. They will do a specific task, like sales analysis program, payroll program, or word processing system. These will come under the application software. Next comes the data resources. Data resources of informations are typically organized, stored, and accessed by a variety of data stores. Now, as we have seen in the previous step also, after processing of information, data has to be stored somewhere. So the stored data, the processed data is stored in the database means it is processed plus organized data, so that you can search that data easily. Next, come to the next category under data resources is knowledge base. Knowledge base means a variety of forms that can be drawn out of the processed and organized data. That means the facts, the rules, and the cases that can be that can be drawn out of the informations. It could be product descriptions, customer records, employees files, inventory database, etc. Then the last component that is required is the network resources. Means the telecommunication technology plus the networks like internet, intranet, and extranets. Intranet and extranet, if we are talking about the same department or the same thing, then it is same organization, then it is intranet. And if we are talking about 2 departments, then it is extranet. And we are talking about internet, means it is about the whole world. So communication media means like the pair of twisted cables, wires, coaxial fiber, optical cables, microwave, cellular, satellites, wires technology. So these type of technology will come under the communication media, whereas network infrastructure means the hardware, software, data technology are needed to support the operations. So all these are the components of MIS. This have given in a summary form like hardware, software, data, procedures, and people. Hardware means desktop, laptops, personal digital devices. Like software means it could be operating system like software, system software, application programs like word processing system, your spreadsheets, or your PowerPoint presentation. Then if we talk about data, data are the facts and figures that are entered into the computer, which are to be processed in the form of information, which are processed, and then we get the information which will be helping in decision making. Then the procedures, how the other four components are used. People means the users, technologist, IS specialist. So this is all about today's lecture. So in the next lecture, we will be discussing about the characteristics which has been left in this lecture. So we will be discussing that in the next lecture. Thank you.